So today we're going to take a look at doing a rainbow makeup effect in Photoshop CS5. Now this sort of effect works really well if your subject already has some sort of maybe a nude colored eyeshadow on that has a little bit of texture to it. If not, you can still make this work, but I think having that base there already is the way to get the best result out of this. So basically what you want to do is you want to start by making sure that you have a blank layer above your subject. And again, you can do that with Shift-Command-N on the keyboard, or just by clicking on the New Layer button at the bottom of the Layers panel. So once you have that new blank layer, what you'll want to do is make sure that you have your brush by pressing B. And I usually like to sample a color that's already in the photo, so if I hold down Option, I'm going to sample some of the color on the lip right here. And the trick to doing this, to getting the rainbow sort of effect, is to go up to your brush options in the upper left, and to turn on color dynamics, and to turn up the hue jitter, and I usually turn mine up just about all the way. So with color dynamics on and the hue jitter turned up, I'm going to try to paint over the top of the eye here, and basically I want to try to do this in one stroke if I can. The more times that you have to paint with this, the more and more colors you're going to get, and it can be a little overwhelming. So let me see, I'm going to give it one sort of stroke like that, and then maybe one on the far eye there. Okay, and as you can tell, it looks just awful right now. But this is going to change pretty quickly. You're going to go into the blending mode options here in the layers panel, and you're going to go down to color. There we go. So it's already looking a lot better. From here, what I like to do is to blur this just a little bit more. So go up to Filter, Blur, choose Gaussian Blur, and you just want to blur it until the edges soften. You don't really want to see where you've brushed. We're going to clean it up anyways afterwards, but just like I have mine up to 45 right now, which is pretty high, but I do like the way that it blends all the colors together. So I'll say OK. And now I'm going to go and click on the layer mask icon in the layers panel, and then I'm going to start to clean this up a little bit. So make sure I have my brush again. Make sure I'm using my default colors by pressing D on the keyboard. And I want to make sure I'm painting with black. And I'm just going to go in and erase any from the eyebrow, from between the eyes, basically from any area that I don't want to have this effect. And depending on how much time you have and how much effort you want to put into it, you may have to go in and remove it from individual eyelashes and things like that. Luckily in this particular picture, our model's eyes are closed, so it makes it a lot easier to do this, which is part of the reason that I'm showing you on this particular photo. So just go in here and clean that up anywhere that you don't want it. Now what we can actually do is go up to Image, Adjustments, choose Hue Saturation. You can actually play with the exact colors that you have on the makeup if you didn't get something that you liked the first time. And this is just a lot of playing until you find out what you like. And I'll just say that this works good for me here. And if this is too extreme, just take the opacity of the layer, start to blend that down, and you can get something that's, just a little hint of color in there, or you can go, all out and go for the kind of fantasy look. So that's kind of a great little technique to play around with. You can do the same technique without the hue jitter, just for applying a regular color makeup, where you paint it on, change that blend mode to color, and start to kind of blur it and mask it away. I just happen to think that the kind of rainbow look here is something that's pretty cool for more of a fantasy style portrait.